Hey guys, welcome back to Panic Button, where we talk about the things, all mental health, how we're doing, why we're doing it, how we get through it, all the fun stuff. And yeah, this time kind of wanted to go back to my roots a little bit and do an episode by myself to kind of just talk to you guys again, and really give you an update on where I'm at, more than a little bit of a mental health check-in that I do. But, I guess if you asked me a couple of months ago if where I would be anxiety wise is where I am at today, I would probably say no. I did not think that I was going to be okay. I truly believed that this was the new normal and I would never feel the same, that anxiety would just completely rule my world in and out. And within a couple of months, it did. It felt like it did. I don't know if that was the reality of the situation or if that was anxiety skewing my, everyday thoughts as it likes to do. But now I'm in a better place and I am happy where I'm at, and I actually trying to find ways to better my mental health. It's a journey. Just because I feel better now doesn't mean in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, that I'm not going to feel anxious again, and kind of be down in the dumps, in the panic pool, as we've said before. So I definitely don't take for granted the times that I feel good. But I do appreciate life a little bit more. And I know that there are trials and tribulations that we have to go through in order to get where we really want to go. But, when you do suffer from anxiety, sometimes that perception is skewed and it's hard to really see the end goal, the end picture, the end everything. It's really, it's an evil thing and it makes you feel not good. And everyone's anxiety is different. I'm not going to speak for anybody else's anxiety and any other illnesses that they're battling. They all make you feel different in some type of way. But I just know I always go back to the word defeated. And anxiety has always made me feel very defeated, very unworthy, very incapable. All of these negative words. And I feel like I'm finally able to take back that power of not feeling that way, because I know that I'm capable of doing that. And like I've told you guys, and I preach on it, bad days are inevitable, but good days are just as inevitable. I think that really is the mindset that helps you get through those anxious days or those hard days, whatever that looks like. Just knowing that good days are inevitable. It's so easy to get tied up in the negativity and just not really see, again, the end light, the tunnel. I can't speak today. The light at the end of the tunnel. It's hard to just see that. And it's terrible that some of these take away our secureness in us, if you'll say. I know that's not a word, but I think if you battle anxiety or any mental illness, you'll understand what I mean when it does take away that safety blanket, that everyday security of feeling okay and knowing it's going to be okay, because you are literally in your brain convincing yourself that it's not going to be okay and that you're not going to feel okay and that it's not going to get better. But it does. And I think that it takes time, that's for sure. I've been on this journey since November with you guys, started the podcast in January, and really I'm just owning my shit now. I'm trying to deal with my feelings as they come. I'm trying to not run away from my anxiety, but just face it head on and know that it's the reality of my life, that anxiety is a part of who I am. It's not entirely all that I am, but it's definitely a part of me and it will always be. And I know that some days maybe it won't be as apparent as others, but I don't think it'll ever fully go away from me, and that's okay. I think that I'm just learning more tools now to deal with it. And I think that's, the moral of kind of this rant is you have the tools and you can learn the tools to get through this. And that's what we've talked about since day one, is how we get through it, why we get through it, and kind of what now. So now that I'm in a now that I'm in a better space, mental health wise, I think that I am able to really just put these tools to good use. Sometimes I feel anxious and I have to take, emergency medicine for my panic attacks, but I know that it's going to get better. And you really have to just continue to tell yourself, I know this is going to get better. I know that I can get through this. Even if that in that moment, if you feel like it's not going to, it is. And you need to continuously have your people in your corner, as I always preach on, that will hold your hand and tell you that nothing is wrong with you, that we will figure this out, and that you are capable of figuring it out. Because we do need to be reminded of those things. Anxiety really does require a lot of reassurance, I've noticed. And that could be a good thing and that can be a bad thing, because some people don't want to give you the reassurance, but you need to reassure yourself in those situations that it is going to be okay. And I know that's easier said than done, because I have battled anxiety for many, many years, and it still knocks me on my butt and convinces me that it's not going to be okay. But I know better. I know that it's going to be okay. And wherever you're at in your mental health journey, it is going to be okay. You just have to get to that spot where you can fully reassure your that it is going to be okay, and that you believe it, and that you are learning tools to actively be okay. I didn't want to just rely on medication. And you guys know that I just recently have switched medication a couple months ago, and that journey wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. I'm not going to lie to you. It had its ups and downs. And I think I finally found a sweet spot with my medication and the dosage and where I'm at. So, was it easy to get here right now? No, absolutely not. I had days where I had anxiety 4 or 5 days straight, and felt like I could hardly feel what was going on around me. Felt like I had tunnel vision, just very spacey, very out of it. And, being a parent, sometimes that is scary. It's scary to feel that way and feel like you're out of control, because control is another thing that we talk about. Anxiety takes that away from us, the ability to feel like we're in control. So, just really what I'm trying to get at for everyone, and I know you're probably like, holy shit, I've wasted 8 minutes listening to this. But the point is you do have all, and you are in control. You are in the driver's seat. We are not going to be a passenger to our mental illnesses. We need to grab it by the neck, and we need to figure it out and take back that control, because it takes enough away from us. Sometimes it makes us miss out on events, with our friends, with our family. It takes away enough. So, my advice to you is find your people and learn your tools, because you only know what's going to work for you. I can tell you all day what's worked for me, but you need to find what works for you. I've recently got back into reading, and that has extremely helped keep my mind distracted and very active and alert, but in a good way, not in a way that we're waiting for the next panic attack. And I've also found, with the weather getting nice, it's very therapeutic to go outside, to cut the grass, to work on the lawn. You need to find your routine and what's going to help you stay focused on creating a better life for you, yourself, and those around you. Because when you're in a better space mentally, everyone around you usually can feel that, and inevitably becomes in a better mind space as well. Especially with your loved ones, mental health is tough, and it weighs on people, and your family can feel that. So you need to be able to lean on the people that you can lean on, and just know that this journey is all of yours. But again, you are that driver. You need to be able to just nip it in the bud. As cliche as it sounds, and as terrible as of analogy that is, or whatever they even call those, I don't know. Again, I'm not a fucking teacher or anything. Just a kid with anxiety ranting to you. And I have to say that I'm a kid, because in a couple of weeks I'm turning 30. And if you've listened to this many episodes so far, you've known that turning 30 is hard. But we're dealing with it, and that's what we have to do. Everything life throws at us, we deal with it. We figure it out. we come out on the other side of it every time. And I promise you that you are capable of coming out of it on the other side. And I'm not naive. I know that in a couple months I might have anxiety again. Shit, I might wake up tomorrow and have anxiety. Life might throw me a panic attack, tomorrow, tonight. I don't know. I hope I didn't just put that thought into the atmosphere. It happens, and I'm not naive, but I know that we can get through this, and I know that we're going to get through this, and good days are here. And if by chance I have a couple of bad days, I know that it passes. So I'm here to continuously tell you it's going to pass. It's going to be okay. And we're not going to panic. We're not going to push that panic button. We're going to figure it out. Thanks, guys.